Imagine waking up on day 31 and realizing your body is not the same one you went to sleep in 30 days ago. Not just the way you look in the mirror, but the way you breathe, the way your brain works, the way your heart beats, even the way your cells talk to each other. Most people think exercise is about losing weight or building muscle. But what if I told you that within the very first 24 hours of starting a 30-day exercise habit, something happens inside your body that most doctors rarely talk about? Something that changes your mood, your focus, and your energy at a biological level. By the end of this video, you are going to understand your own body in a way you never have before. And trust me, once you see what 30 days of movement can actually do, you will never look at a workout the same way again. Welcome back. If you are new here, this channel is called The Vitality Code, and we break down the science of how your body works in a way that actually makes sense. If that sounds like something you want more of, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because we put out videos like this every week, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. So let us start at the very beginning. Day 1. You lace up your shoes, maybe go for a walk, a jog, a short workout at home, whatever it is. The moment you start moving, your heart rate goes up. Blood starts pumping faster. Your lungs pull in more air. And most people think that is all that is happening. But underneath all of that, your body is doing something remarkable. Within minutes of starting exercise, your brain releases a cocktail of chemicals. Dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine. These are the same chemicals that make you feel happy, motivated, and alert. And the interesting thing is, your body releases them not as a reward after the workout, but during it. This is why even a 10-minute walk can shift your mood almost instantly. Your brain is literally rewiring itself to associate movement with feeling good. And that rewiring, that is where the real magic starts. By the end of your first week, something starts to shift. Your cardiovascular system is already adapting. Your heart, which is a muscle, starts becoming more efficient. It does not have to work as hard to pump the same amount of blood. This means your resting heart rate slowly begins to drop. Studies have shown that even 1 week of consistent moderate exercise can reduce resting heart rate by 2 to 4 beats per minute. That might sound small, but a lower resting heart rate is one of the strongest indicators of overall heart health. And here is what makes this even more interesting. Your blood vessels themselves begin to change. The walls of your arteries become more flexible. Blood flows more easily, and your blood pressure starts to respond. People who exercise consistently often see measurable drops in blood pressure within just 7 to 10 days. Not months, days. But that is just the physical side. Let us talk about what is happening in your brain, because this is the part that surprises people the most. By the end of your first week of exercise, your prefrontal cortex starts receiving more blood flow. That is the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and focus. This is why people who exercise regularly often report feeling calmer under stress and sharper during work. It is not motivation. It is biology. Your brain is physically getting better at managing stress because exercise tells it to. And there is one chemical in particular that most people have never heard of that is playing a huge role in all of this. It is called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Scientists sometimes call it miracle grow for the brain. Exercise triggers the release of BDNF, and it literally helps grow new brain cells and strengthen existing connections. The more you move, the more of it your brain produces. And this process begins in your very first week. Now, here is where things get really interesting. Let us talk about week 2. By now, your muscles have started to go through a process called adaptation. The soreness you felt in week 1 begins to ease. Your body has recognized the new demand being placed on it and has started making structural changes at the cellular level. Inside your muscle fibers, tiny powerhouses called mitochondria begin to multiply. Mitochondria are responsible for producing energy. More mitochondria means more energy availability. This is why people who have been exercising for a couple of weeks often start to report that they feel less tired during their workouts and throughout the day. Your body is literally becoming more efficient at creating and using energy. Your metabolism is also shifting during this period. Exercise, even after it ends, keeps your metabolism elevated for hours. This is called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC. Your body continues burning calories at a higher rate, even while you are sitting on the couch watching this video, as long as you exercised earlier in the day. By week 2, this effect is becoming more consistent and more significant. Your insulin sensitivity is improving as well. This means your cells are getting better at using sugar from your bloodstream for fuel, which is critical not just for weight management, but for long-term protection against type 2 diabetes. And this is happening not because of any pill or supplement, but simply because your body is moving. Week 3 brings something that many people do not expect: sleep. If you have ever struggled with falling asleep or staying asleep, exercise may be the most underrated solution on the planet. Around the 3rd week of consistent exercise, most people begin to notice a real change in their sleep quality. The reason comes down to body temperature. Exercise raises your core body temperature during the workout. After you stop, your body begins to cool down, and this cooling process sends a powerful signal to your brain that it is time to sleep. Your body also increases its production of melatonin and other sleep-promoting hormones in response to regular physical activity. The result is that you fall asleep faster, spend more time in deep sleep, and wake up feeling more rested. And the link goes even deeper. Deep sleep is when your body does most of its cellular repair. So not only is exercise making you fitter, it is giving your body more time and resources to heal itself every single night. Your immune system is also quietly getting stronger. Research shows that moderate, consistent exercise boosts the circulation of immune cells throughout your body. White blood cells patrol your bloodstream more efficiently. Your body becomes faster at detecting and responding to threats. People who exercise regularly get sick less often, and when they do get sick, they tend to recover faster. This is not coincidence. It is your immune system operating at a higher level because you gave it the signal to do so through movement. Now we are in week 4, and this is where everything comes together. By now, the changes that started in week 1 have compounded. Your heart is stronger, your brain is sharper, your muscles are more efficient, your sleep is deeper, and your body composition, depending on the type and intensity of your exercise, has likely shifted. Even without dramatic weight loss, many people notice their clothes fitting differently by week 4. This is because muscle tissue is denser than fat tissue. You might weigh the same number on the scale, but your body shape is changing underneath. Your hormonal profile is also in a different place than it was 30 days ago. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, begins to regulate more effectively in people who exercise consistently. This means your body is not spending as much time in a state of chronic low-level stress, which is one of the most damaging things that can happen to your health over time. Meanwhile, growth hormone production increases. Testosterone, in both men and women, tends to rise with regular strength-based exercise. These hormones are critical for muscle maintenance, bone density, energy, and even mental sharpness. You are essentially creating a more balanced and resilient hormonal environment inside your body simply by showing up and moving every day. But here is what I think is the most powerful thing about 30 days of exercise, and it is not physical at all. It is psychological. After 30 days, you have built something that is very difficult to break: a habit loop. Your brain has created a neural pathway that now associates exercise with feeling good, with having energy, with sleeping better, with handling stress. The barrier to getting up and working out has shrunk dramatically. Where day 1 might have felt like pushing a boulder uphill, day 30 feels almost automatic. And that psychological shift is the foundation for everything that comes after. Because the people who change their lives through exercise are not the ones who find the most intense program or the perfect diet. They are the ones who keep showing up, day after day, until their body makes it easy for them to keep going. There is also a ripple effect that most people do not talk about. When you exercise consistently, you naturally start making better choices in other areas of life. You begin to drink more water because your body craves it. You start choosing foods that give you energy rather than drain it. You sleep at more consistent times. You become more aware of your body and what it needs. Exercise is often the one habit that pulls all the other healthy habits along with it. It is a keystone habit, as researchers call it. And 30 days is enough to activate that keystone and start the ripple. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means that the decision to start moving, even in small ways, even with just a daily walk, even with a short home workout, is not just a decision to look better or weigh less. It is a decision to change the actual chemistry and structure of your body. It is a decision to give your brain better tools for dealing with stress. It is a decision to help your heart work less hard while lasting longer. It is a decision to sleep better, think more clearly, feel more in control of your emotions, and live in a body that is genuinely more capable every single day. If this video gave you something to think about, I want you to do two things right now. Leave a comment below and tell me what day you are starting your 30-day challenge. Even if you are already in it, tell me how many days in you are. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from this community. And if you know someone who has been thinking about starting an exercise routine and just needs a little push, share this video with them. It might be exactly what they needed to hear today. Your body is always changing. The only question is whether you are guiding those changes or letting them happen by default. 30 days is not a long time, but it is long enough to become someone different. And the version of you that exists on day 31 is worth every single day of the effort it takes to get there.